Hey everybody, welcome back. It's day 3 of Vlog Every Day in April. I'm Steve and today we're going to talk about Disney, some Disney parks. One of my favorite parks, one of my favorite things to do, favorite rides, favorite places to eat. I moved to Southern California 4 years ago from the Bronx. So I have a Disneyland annual pass. 2 years ago I went on vacation, so I also have a Disneyland Paris annual pass. So the first question is, which is my favorite park? In my life, I've been to 3. I've been to Disneyland, California, Disneyland Paris, and I've been to Disney World in Florida. And out of those 3 parks, this is my list. Number 1, my favorite park is Disneyland in California. It's my home park now. I've been there well over 100 times. I just really like it. It's a perfect size. There's a lot of food. There's a lot of things to eat. There's a lot of things to do. There's shopping everywhere. The people are friendly. The weather's always perfect. I could go on in another video. If you want me to talk a little bit more about why I love Disneyland, just leave it in the comments below. Number 2 is actually Disneyland Paris. I went there in, I believe, March, April, or May, I don't remember, of 2019. And it was beautiful. It literally reminded me of Disneyland if there weren't so many people there. It was about the same size. The layout was similar. There weren't a lot of food carts everywhere, and there weren't a lot of shopping carts everywhere. And this kind of sounds like a contradiction. The reason why I love Disneyland is because there's plenty of places to eat and plenty of shopping. But the reason I love Disneyland Paris is because the space and the freedom you have. If you're walking around the lands, from what I remember, the only food cart was right when you were entering a land. So I remember going into Tomorrowland, and I think there was a crepe cart right there, and that was pretty much it. I don't remember seeing many like toy carts or souvenir carts. It was just so much space. There wasn't that many people, and there wasn't that many carts blocking your path. I really, really loved Disneyland Paris. And that leaves number 3, obviously, Disney World in Florida. I don't like it at all. And there's nothing against it. It's bigger, obviously, but the weather is just terrible to me. It's so humid, it rains a lot. There's a lot of people, it's muggy, it's damp, you're sweaty. It's just, I would never say something's too big because there is a lot to do. But it's not for me. I'm sure there are plenty of people who love Disney World. I'm not saying like the park sucks. But for me, out of Disneyland, Disneyland Paris, and Disney World, I prefer Disneyland and Disneyland Paris over them. But caveat, I love Epcot Center. I know it's not a Disney park, but it's amazing. I mean, anywhere you could eat and drink from like, I don't know, is it like 15 different countries now? Who doesn't love that? You just go somewhere, you walk around, you eat good food, you get drunk. It's beautiful. So as far as parks, that's my list. Favorite thing to do. My favorite thing to do in Disneyland, well, a fun thing to do, I'll tell you first, before I tell you my favorite thing to do. Fun thing is, when you get in there, go to Autopia. Now, I've been visiting the park since 1995. I didn't see this until about like 5 years ago. If you go by Autopia, you can get a driver's license. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know. And it's plastic, like it's not paper. It's really, really high quality. And sometimes when they ask you for your ID at certain places, I'll show them this. 99% of the times they just laugh, but there was a couple of times they let me use this as an ID. I mean, I look old enough, so. And like I said, I've been to both of the parks, and the reason why I have a Disneyland Paris annual pass, well, it expired, is it's really cheap. Disneyland Paris, I knew me and my brother and my dad were gonna go for like 3 days. We were gonna go into the park for 3 days, and it was cheaper just to get an annual pass than it was to buy 3-day park hopper or whatever they call it. One day I'll renew it when everything opens back up. Whoops. Okay, So getting the driver's license is a cool thing. But what's my favorite thing? In Disneyland proper, Splash Mountain is by far my favorite ride and my favorite thing to do. One, it's typically always hot here, and I love water rides. And it's a pretty cool flume ride. There are like 2 or 3 drops, obviously the main drop. More than 50% of the time you get drenched, which I love. I know a while back they kind of like messed with it a little bit so you didn't get as wet, and that sucked. So I love that you could get drenched again. And who doesn't like a water ride when it's 95 degrees out? So that's perfect. People also ask me, where do you like to eat in the park? Well, as far as snacks, I'll always get my churro by the Matterhorn bobsled. It's like the first place I ever got one when I was a kid. So whenever I visit the park, the first place I get a churro is by the Matterhorn. When it comes to real food, I love the poutine at the Red Rose Tavern by Dumbo and the Carousel in Fantasyland. Though I think they did kind of skimp on the food. The last time I got it, it wasn't as much as before. That's my favorite snack, my favorite food, my favorite thing to do. But my favorite place to eat, kind of like slash thing to do, is actually in Disney's California Adventure. I love going to the Alfredo tasting terrace, the Alfresco terrace, the Alfresco tasting terrace. I like to go to the Alfresco tasting terrace and get their charcuterie boards. Now, it's not like a really big restaurant, and you go there typically to relax, have a drink, and have like small something to eat and talk with your friends. It is right across from, I think, where Avengers is going to be now, the Avengers campus. And yeah, it's really, really relaxing. You could look over and watch people walking on the streets in there. Yeah, that's what I like about Disneyland. So yeah, that's my favorite ride in Disneyland, Splash Mountain. My favorite food, I guess, to eat is the poutine at the Red Rose Tavern. My favorite snack place in Disneyland, I forgot to mention, is obviously Pooh Corner. I always go there to get the s'mores bar and some of those, what do they call them? The marshmallow tails. They're so good. And my favorite place to eat, hangout spot in Disney California Adventure, is the Alfresco Tasting Terrace. That's pretty much it. What's your favorite thing to do in Disneyland? What's your favorite ride? What's your favorite food? Your favorite snack? Where do you like to hang out? I do have a crazy story about ducks. I might tell that maybe another day this month. It's a crazy, almost sad story, but that's for another day. But I want to know about you. Post in the comments below anything you like about Disneyland, things you hate about Disneyland, what's your favorite park. Don't forget to please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Helps me greatly. I want to answer your questions. I want to converse with you here. If you could find me on Twitter at Strange177A, I'd love to have Disney talk with you. I actually have a Disney Twitter too, but I don't want to post too many social medias when I can't get people to follow me on one of them. So yeah, that's it. That's my Disney video. There's a couple of kind of Disneyland Easter eggs hiding around here if you could find them. If you find them, let me know below what you see, and I'll see you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.